It was the beginning of, well, what's happened later on to Elvis Presley and the Beatles as it is today, and the Rolling Stones. You know, it was phenomenal. It was the biggest fan club in the world was outside the Paramount Theater. People waiting for hours and hours in the street just to have a glimpse of Sinatra. And in those days, it was so inhuman for the artists to do 7 shows a day. That's how popular Sinatra became. And I was pretty frightened because Perry Como gave me a summer replacement when he was taking a break on television. And I was very nervous. I was a young student. And I said, I'm going to just, as a fan, I never met Sinatra, but I said, but I had a million-selling record at the beginning of my career. Still had a lot to learn yet, but I was very nervous about, because what happened is because it was a summer replacement, they gave me a bare stage to work on. And they got rid of all the big solo guests and all that, you know, smaller acts that they gave me for the show. So I was pretty frightened, and so I went and took a chance and met Sinatra backstage, and he was nice enough to have me up in his dressing room, and he said, what's the matter, kid? You know, and I said, well, I'm very nervous performing. And he gave me great advice. He said, don't worry about that. He said, the public senses, if you're nervous, they'll even support you even more. And you'll find out that it's one of the best things that could ever happen. And sure enough, it really relaxed me for the rest of my life on the stage when I was performing. It was a great lesson. And from that day on, we just became great friends. I was never part of the Rat Pack, as much fun as I heard it was and all that, and I saw different scenes about it. But I stayed in New York and kept painting and singing. But through the years, and it wasn't until Sinatra in Life magazine said I was, as far as he was concerned, the best singer in the business, and I couldn't believe it. It changed my whole career. And to this day, it's something I've never forgotten. We just stayed. I didn't see him that much, but whenever we did, it was very loyal, and he was very friendly to me.